Some Carpathian mountains have a pyramidal shape. There are many lonely mountains in the shape of pyramids, and there are entire pyramidal complexes. For example, in Velykyi Bereznyi district, Zakarpattia region, Vyshky village, and near Ust-Putyla town, Chernivtsi region, near the Chornohora range. Here you see the Vyshky Pyramids. This is one of the most amazing natural discoveries in our Zakarpattia region. No one knows their origin. Once, almost 20 million years ago, it was the bottom of Tethys Ocean, but underground processes were going on, and the dry land began to emerge. Then two plates collided under the ground, and the Carpathian range appeared. Dry land broke, plates rolled one on top of the other, forming these chaotic and impressive Carpathian landscapes. These are mountains that have a perfect geometric shape of a pyramid. There is a suggestion among scientists that these are pyramids, i.e. artificial constructions, built by some ancient civilization. But that's just a suggestion. It needs a serious geological study to prove this. These discoveries were made not so long ago, about a decade ago. Scientists began to notice that many mountains are pyramid-shaped. They started exploring them and found that they really had a perfect pyramid shape. Then they started doubting their natural origin. Is this a natural phenomenon or structures made by some ancient civilizations? I saw here, in Ust-Putyla town, Chernivtsi region, very interesting objects and a very interesting nature surrounding me. I saw this pyramid and began to study it. The natural phenomena that the pyramid showed were fascinating, so I even filmed some energy manifestations. It was a very strong beam at the top of the pyramid. These were energy balls looking like flying objects that needed to be explored. This pyramid affects the development of civilization and directly affects the people here. The pyramidal mountains are where the Chornohora range ends. From ancient times, Chornohora was considered a path of dedication to Molfars. One had to pass along the Chornohora range, climbing all its peaks, in order to gain the understanding of the universe, to know how to interact with the universe, and to reveal its secrets. The path ended where the Chornohora range ended, and the confluence of the Cheramish rivers ended. The fact is that in many religions of the world, the entrance to divine knowledge was symbolized by white and black. For example, a white and a black sphinx in Egypt, or a white and a black column in the temple, or a white and a black block There had to be something white and black. Near the Chornohora range, the white Cheremish River flows on one side, and the black Cheremish River flows on the other side. Exactly where the Chornohora range ends, the white and the black Cheremish rivers merge into ordinary Cheremish. This is the end of the dedication for those who follow the Chornohora path, Chornohora. There are always sacred places where two rivers merge, because a person can just stay at this place for some time, for his/her desires to come true. Just at the base of this pyramid, two rivers merge, the Cheremish River and the Putyla River. Three pyramidal mountains are located in line, one near the other. One mountain stands on the left bank of the Cheremish River, and two mountains stand on the right bank. They stand clearly in a line. We can see this line on the film, because it is visible from the air and from the mountain peaks. The pyramids are arranged in a line exactly like the Egyptian pyramids of Cheops are, with their own sphinx arranged in a line. The large anthropomorphic figure is made of metallic stones. It has a head and arms. The anthropomorphic figure is called Kamena Bahachka, stone-rich woman, by the locals. But it looks more like the Egyptian sphinx. This is the sphinx of these three Putyla pyramids. It is 35 meters high, and its base is 12 meters wide. This is the sphinx of these three pyramids. Other pyramids are located behind a small ridge, closer to the Chornohora range. We can also see 5 more pyramidal structures, one of which also has 3 pyramids arranged in a line. Scientists have conducted research and found that an underground civilization is usually found where pyramids and sphinxes are. It would be interesting to investigate what is underground here, because there can be a lot of interesting things. New artifacts here that can actually affect the development of this science and the lives of the people who live here. When I was a little child, there were 3 or 4 crosses there. I don't know who was buried there. I saw just graves and tombstones. People said that their own UPA fighters had been hiding in those pyramidal mountains after the World War II. Even now, people find a lot of crosses, skulls, and various military artifacts in this cemetery, which is located near the pyramids. No one knows to whom those remains belong. A very interesting object near Ust-Putyla village is a stone frog. The fact is that the first time we saw the stone frog was in Jabai settlement, which is now called Verkhovina. Now we see the frog rock on the Cheremish River in Putyla district. It's for a good reason. The frog can sing a song which awakens Perun, the god of thunder and lightning. When drought strikes, they charm the frog to sing a song. After doing that, Perun wakes up and it rains. the draw disappears. That's why people controlled meteorological phenomena through the stone frog, which is located in the Chernomozh River. Some say it's a freak of nature, while others say it's some kind of sculpture left over from ancient civilizations. Researchers are still not sure whether this is an artificial creation or a natural one. I'm sure the 8 pyramids we have found today and filmed at the confluence of the Chernomozh rivers are just the beginning. There may be more. For example, 15 pyramidal mountains have been identified in Velykyi Bereznyi district. To date, we have found 8 ones in the area. I think there is more. There are a lot of mystical and various situations associated with this pyramid. There were cases when private entrepreneurs wanted to blow up this pyramid because it was composed of many types of different stones and wanted to use all this for some new buildings. But unfortunately, or fortunately, these people died. The spirit of the Carpathians forbade doing such things there, because this was a mystical place. The evidence is that these people died under different circumstances. In the evening, when it got dark, I saw a woman squeaking, screaming. Well, I was not sure what it was. It passed rapidly in a second. She covered running a kilometer or two so quickly. Now she was here and immediately appeared there. A neighbor told us he had gone to watch a film with another neighbor, as not everyone had a TV at home back then. He was going back late at night and saw a beautiful girl walking so close to him that he could see her face. He wondered where she was coming from. Was she coming through the forest? It was dark. One had to cover some distance through the forest. He says he was so scared. When he saw that she was looking good, he was not scared anymore. She was getting closer and closer. He looked at her and saw all her internal organs inside from behind. As soon as he saw it, he fled home. He did not remember whether he had run or flown home. There are places where people begin to wonder, no matter how long she is walking and how many times she gets there. People are led astray there. I went around one mountain there on Bochkovy and came to the same place twice. There was a dense fog there, making it impossible to see anything. I could see as far as 2 or 3 meters in front of me. I went around the mountain twice. It was not the first time I was around there. I stopped, crossed myself, and had an idea of going there again. Thus I got out. There is such a thing as leading astray. You may be going at night and not knowing where you are and where you have got. If you are aware that you are being led astray, you need to do a certain magic spell. You have to take off your outerwear, turn it inside out, put it on, and say a prayer. Because it may seem that the road is so wonderful, but you will climb such rocks that when you come to your senses, you will be amazed at where you have found yourself. In that case, you can bruise yourself badly on the rocks. Even animals and horses can be led astray. My grandmother once told, as they had been riding horses through a wooded area and found themselves near the rocks. For the horses to find their way, one also has to remove the harnessing, turn the bridle over, and put it on the horses. in order to get home. My grandmother lived for almost 100 years. She taught me to run away from fire with the help of charcoal and matches. One has to take 9 matches or choose 10 coals from the fire. Then one has to start reciting an incarnation. Throw them into the water and say, not 9, not 8, not 7, not 1, not 1. Then one has to taste that water, wash their face with their left hand, away from them 3 times, and pour it into a place where no one ever walks. Some researchers have carried out mathematical measurements of the ratio of pyramidal lines to each other. They did indeed find mathematics in this. So these pyramids are really the same as those in Egypt in terms of geometric parameters. There are a lot of these pyramids. The research was never completed. Archaeologists and geologists didn't have their say on this. This needs to be done. It may be discovered and scientifically proven that these are really pyramidal structures of ancient civilizations. Time here is also variable. Time at the base of the pyramid and time at the top of the pyramid, if you climb up high, is completely different. The difference in time is observed. The difference may be a few minutes. So it would be interesting to do the research. This applies to physics, quantum physics, scientific research. It would be interesting to investigate all these factors. Likewise, there is a large rock in Tovarnitsa, which when viewed sidewise, also has a pyramidal shape. Near this rock, the energy of healing flows. People sitting by this rock get healthy, get healed. The Pyramidal Mountains are found not only in Ukraine. In Japan, such mountains were found at the bottom of the ocean, near Yokohama. Submarines even carry tourists there now. Pyramids have been found in China, Mexico. 136 ones have been found in Egypt and in other places. Many pyramidal structures have been found around the world. Most of them have been proven to be artificial structures built by ancient civilizations. In this regard, the Carpathians are not studied. I mean the Ukrainian Carpathian Mountains. It turns out that we have a lot of pyramids. Even we shoot in this film, we saw as many as 23 pyramidal mountains. There are more. They need to be explored, because they can prove to be really pyramids of ancient civilizations. They may preserve some interesting technologies and some historical data. We see that these pyramids affect electricity. These pyramids can be used to manage meteorological phenomena. This will enrich our civilization and enrich spiritual tourism, because people, in meditation, perceive the world just near the power places, in most of which ancient civilizations have built pyramids. And therefore we badly need this phenomenon to be studied. When people start to investigate them, we have to ask scientists from all over the world for help to investigate them. Until they are explored, we can come to these places for meditative cognition of the universe. We have very great opportunities for exploration and growth of our civilization and knowledge.